Kim Jong-un's surprise visit to Beijing was a reminder of how much he has set the agenda in the crisis over North Korea's nuclear arsenal. The New York Times would complain if Trump ran hell that it wasn't hot enough. These people are disgusting, and you wonder why essentially the majority of Americans have lost faith in any of our formerly known as mainstream media. They are the liberal media, folks. A year ago when Donald Trump said, I'm going to vaporize you. I'm going to rain fire and fury down on you, the likes of the world that has never seen. Liberals and Democrats' faces melted off, right? Oh my God, he's going to get us all killed, nuclear war, and oh my God. Maybe if the president flew pallets of cash in unmarked airplanes to kiss this guy's ass, they would have applauded it. But no, they probably would have found something wrong in that too. Folks, he went to China on this high-speed, cool-looking, bulletproof, nuke-proof train, and what happened? He said, hey, I don't mind denuclearizing and maybe even signing a peace treaty. Folks, it's funny because this guy more or less thinks that Trump's crazier than he is. I think the Chinese had to personally deliver a message. And I'm not going to get into my sources and methods, but I know for a fact that they did deliver a message that said, this guy ain't messing around. Remember what happened back here in October, folks, when I got a little skinny? Not body-wise, but I mean portfolio-wise. I said what? Folks, we have 3 carrier strike groups off of North Korea. You know, not since the Battle of Midway have we seen that much type of floating steel or U.S. Acreage off of somebody's country in the Pacific. He was going to strike then, and China said, don't please give us one more shot. And they more or less didn't. He's been told recently that if you don't sit on this guy, China does not want this, folks. China's in an awkward position right now. So, we'll talk about the trade war and all that crap in a little bit. But they don't want a unified Korea. They don't want Seoul, a capitalistic, vibrant economy and everything, sitting on the Chinese border, I guarantee you. So this is going to be coming very, very interesting. Why am I bringing this up in a market SITREP when Trump is allegedly going after Amazon because he can't stand Jeff Bezos? Oh, I'll get to that. But folks, don't you remember last year, that afternoon? It's aged off the left side of my radar here, but that afternoon where the president said from his golf course in New Jersey, I'm going to rain fire and fury down on it, and the market imploded. As the market was imploding, I'm like, buy the dip. Absolutely buy this dip. Nobody's going to care about it tomorrow. And it was. So all these dips are political, and I'm about to get to a headline here that proves Top Gun options and our 8 years of trading methodology and why we do so well. Anyway, what trade war? We talked about this a couple weeks ago when the market imploded on Trump saying, holy crap, God forbid we make our trade fair with other countries. What kind of monster would suggest such a thing? Well, come on, folks. Even the Chinese know they've been on the winning end of this deal for decades because of our idiot Clintons, Obamas, Bushes, you name them. So it's bullish, folks. But making trade fair is going to help American workers. And it's funny watching Democrats contort and twist themselves into not liking fair trade, even when people in Bethlehem or Allentown or Wisconsin, Ohio, Pennsylvania, some of these Rust Belt states are praising this. So again, the guys playing chess when the liberals and Democrats are playing checkers. So this ain't going to be a trade war. Behind the scenes, the adults are talking, and the initial shots fired across each other's bows from full-blown trade war to, hey, we're going to sell your treasuries. It ain't going to happen. I'm framing this and putting it on my wall. In politics versus tech profits, investors are the losers. The market is waking up to risks and economic realities facing these once high-flying stocks. I love beating the journal by 6 months. In October, I said to get out of every FAANG except Amazon. Well, and today, Amazon's chicken came home to roost. But it's still crushing and outperforming all the stocks that I told you to absolutely ditch. Right here, I said ditch Facebook, ditch Twitter. Twitter's disgusting. Full of liberals. They took down the president's Twitter account. Google the picture of the lady that took down the president's Twitter account for 15 minutes, and she looks like the lady that would take. I'll leave it at that. Facebook, Apple. Hey, let's take a look at Apple here. Apple, where is it? We'll get to that. Apple is facing multiple lawsuits over slowed down iPhones. I told you 3.5 or 4 months ago they are slowing their phones down on purpose so people have to upgrade. I told you as Gordon Gekko from the movie Wall Street. I love it. I think that's awesome. Well done, Apple. As an American, I think that's awful, and they're a shitty company. And now they're going to pay for it. Goldman Sachs slashes iPhone estimates due to demand deterioration. I predicted this as well. 2 months ago, I showed you the chart from Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia, China, you name it. Ain't too many people running around those countries with $1,000 to buy one of these phones. I said get out of Apple. I said get out of everything else. I said to get into Amazon, folks. But I did brief when I said, hey, get out of all those. If you're going to be in any of these, the only one to be in, the best house in this stupid neighborhood of limousine liberals is Amazon. Well, turns out that Donald Trump hates Jeff Bezos. I briefed you on this. I said, if you remember, this is why I talk politics here at TGO, folks. This is why we trade and we win here at TGO. It is all about politics. Stock market may be at the mercy of politics until earnings season. It is always at the mercy of politics. From the stupid Jim Comey memo, guy's a traitor, needs to be locked up, to the failure to repeal Obamacare last year, folks. The only market-moving event that we've seen in the past 2 to 3 years that was market-ish related was this short volatility implosion. This had nothing to do with earnings, the economy. Maybe right around here it accelerated because, oh, God forbid, the Fed might interest rates. We knew that, folks. But here's what I briefed you on Amazon. I said Jeff Bezos, when Donald Trump was one of 16, 17 dudes and ladies running for president as Republican, Jeff Bezos at a conference on stage in front of, I don't know, hundreds, thousands of people said what? I would love to put Donald Trump in one of my rockets and just blast him into space. Everybody laughed, and that was funny. Well, if you look at Jeff Bezos' tweets on the night Donald Trump got elected, it was a big freaking crow in his bald mouth saying, Mr. President, congratulations, and God bless America. He can't stand Amazon. He's got a lot of buddies in real estate who own malls, brick and mortar stores. They're losing money on real estate because he's destroying them. He thinks it's a monopoly. He thinks the post office is getting screwed because of he thinks all sorts of stuff. He doesn't even know what Facebook is, to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. He hates Jeff Bezos. I briefed that as a potential risk to any Amazon trade. Is Trump waking up one day and sicking his antitrust dogs on him? I just watched the White House briefing. Sarah Huckabee Sanders said, no. If the dude hates you, he's a New York real estate guy, he's going to find some way to get you. So I said, get out of all tech for now. The Jan 20 Amazon would be a hold. And then if, not when, I said if this thing stabilizes, maybe we'll look to reattack on a Jan 20. But that's a big-ass move here on Amazon to the downside. I predicted it, just didn't know when it was going to happen, and it surfaced. When did it surface? During the middle of all this FAANG implosion. And yesterday I said, well, the one good house in this bad neighborhood would be Amazon, and then today Axios publishes an article that says Trump hates Amazon. Well, that's going to suck. Again, the limousine liberals are stepping all over each other to point how the other company is bad, whether it's, what's his name, over at Tesla, saying, hey, I'm deleting my SpaceX and my Tesla page, and forgive the headline, Playboy announces that it's pulling out of Facebook. 25 million fans who engage with the Playboy page and their various Facebook pages. I have deactivated my personal Facebook page and the Top Gun Options Facebook page. I can't stand it. If you haven't done the test, if you're a member, I sent you the test. There's like 10 different links you can click on to see how much data they have on you. It made me want to vomit. Every text message, every location, every contact in my phone, they have their name, their date of birth, your location history. They have everything. And limousine liberal Tim Cook sat there and said, nobody should have all of that personal data. Are you retarded, dude? What the hell is the name of your ecosystem that you, up until about 2 days ago, loved to tout? The cloud. What the hell do you think you keep in the cloud? Rain? Snow? Come on, limo liberal from Cupertino. You're just as guilty as them. The tech stocks it's over with, folks. This is a 2000 moment. Twitter sucks. Get out of it. I can't wait for Data from Star Trek to sit in front of Congress and get destroyed by Republicans. And oh, by the way, he told the British members of Parliament to go pound sand. He's not going to testify. They're going to subpoena your ass, dude. The legal fees, the lawsuits, the everything. I predicted this, guys, and I am dancing all over their graves because I can't stand any of those people. Especially and Google. Google ain't escaping. They just got kicked in the gut yesterday with a lawsuit, a ruling against them by Oracle. That's been going on for decades, it seems like. So they got kicked in the gut, and they own YouTube, and they banned firearms gun demonstration videos. So you trifle with American speech, and you trifle with a bunch of other crap. You tamper in elections, your chickens are going to come home to roost. So it could not be happening to a better or worse group of people. So, all right, that's about it. Good rant. Make sure you watch the accelerated retirement session from today. We legged into an iron condor on MGM with a bear call spread. We look to close a current bull put spread to 33.5, 33. That looks to expire tomorrow for max profit of about $2,000 in a month. Remember, I put that on that was Feb 28th session, man, and look, it's big round trip. Yay, boo, yay. This is why I said I feel comfortable letting my leash out a little bit more. I mean, take a look at the stock of MGM, or even like a Wynn. I mean, Wynn's got its own universe of examples. Compare that to the FAANGs. There just ain't. This looks like a normal stock market, and then when you pull up a chart of the S&P 500, holy crap, we're all going to die. Nah, we're not, folks. It seems like a world away, but Q1 earnings season kicks off next week, and I guarantee we're not even going to remember any of this stuff, okay? Remember a couple of weeks ago, Gary Kahn resigned? Oh, my God. Market didn't care. Putin threatened to kill us. We cared for a little bit. So this stuff is this is all rear view mirror. What else is out there, folks? North Korea might be on the back burner for a little bit. I know Saudi Arabia, Yemen, and Iran are about to go to war, but the trade war is subsiding. The tech wreck, money's got to go somewhere, folks. What, all the investors and all these FAANGs are just going to go fishing for the next couple years? No, folks. If you're a huge fund manager, you have to deploy capital and get some return for your investors, or they ain't going to be paying you 2 and 20 so you can go party in the Hamptons over the weekend, right? So money's got to go somewhere, and it's going to go in some of the sectors we're going to talk about tomorrow at 1 o'clock, okay? All right, so I got to get running. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. God bless, and I'll be back with essentially Thursday's market wrap-up since Friday is Good Friday. We'll see you.